Couch here. I'd like to welcome you and thank you for viewing the video.
Make America great again. From sea to shining sea. It's the land of the free, my friends. The one for you and me. Let's go.
I am Debbie and this is Mark, and we are two old people on the couch, and that was a nice back rub.
No, I always say we got to watch our keywords, right?
Yeah.
Miss Debbie,
Mhm.
because we would be hashtag shadow banned,
Right.
right?
Mhm.
And you said that's what we should have titled it.
Yeah.
Hashtag shadow banned.
Uh-huh.
Because if we mentioned what went on last night, we would definitely be shadow banned. But, the people picking process is just days away. Stick with me for a second before you start watching too many of the comments.
Okay.
We are so shadow banned.
Mm.
And if we mention what happened and who interviewed a certain person last night,
Right.
we will. But it has something to do. Joe throwing a couple more words, Rogan
Yeah.
and Mr. T, right?
Yes.
They
Mr.
both.
T.
I heard more policy in 3 hours than I've heard any journalist ask, Mr. T what he would do and, solve the problems and everything like that. Not only I will solve the problems, but here's how I can do it.
Mhm.
Also, so much common sense and everything. And they talked about the people picking process. See, we got to use keywords. And you know what I'm talking about. It's coming up in a week. Listen, you say I got to get faster at what I'm going to, like the people picking process. And they said, why would there be no, ID, right? And why do they push that? Why do they make laws that in California so you can't have that? And Joe, throwing a couple more words, Rogan said, listen, I've thought this through a million times why that would be beneficial.
Right.
And the only reason why is to cheat the people picking process.
Oh my goodness.
I
can't believe you just said that.
Me?
Yes.
Joe Rogan said it. Oh,
well,
Joe throwing a couple more words. Rogan said it. We're shadow banned anyways. I mean, we start out the show, make America great again. Therefore, they're not going to throw this out. But it was great journalism. Kamala said she was going to go on there too. And then she backed out because...
Oh, is she not going on there?
Because Joe would ask her, what are you going to do about it? Right? And she has nothing. This orange man bad. Like this Keller, orange man bad. That's all she's got. He's, the guy from Germany.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And even people are like, come on, just, stop with that.
Silver,
just give us your plan.
Right.
And why you didn't implement the plan for the last 3.5 years.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry to start the show out, but you got to go check out the Joe, throwing him a couple more words, Rogan podcast, because it was like two smart people,
right,
expressing. And I say, if you think, Kamala is great, right?
Right.
I would say you're low IQ like her. I'm not trying to be mean, but low IQ like her, or your business would profit from her,
right?
Or you've been manipulated, corrupted. They have something on you,
right? And
you're afraid it's going to come on. That's the only thing. Because anybody with a high IQ can't look at the two candidates and look at policy and say, boy, I tell you what, the Kamala is just sharp as a tack. That's my own personal opinion. Get out there and vote whichever way you want to. This is our show, so I'm going to tell you how I feel. And let's get on with the show. Do you have any news that you would like to get out, right? Or anything off before we go to the slides?
I want to say hi to Mrs. Dyer Family Farm, Deanna. Because I had not, it's a new thing in the chat here. I don't know if maybe Dyer Family Farms has been here and she has started a channel. I'm not sure about that.
Just changed her name.
So, yes.
But she's a moderator now?
Well, she is a moderator now because everybody that comes in here is a moderator.
Well, yeah, we like to vet for 1 second.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then if you vet out for 1 second,
you become a moderator.
We make you a moderator because we like everything.
Well, I just felt bad for the people that weren't moderators once a lot of people were moderators, so I just kept making everybody moderators.
I wonder if people come in and say, why is everybody a moderator, man? Because we have the best subscribers in the universe.
I thought about, and I don't know if you can do this or not, is can you make, like how they have memberships, join memberships, right? Can you do that and it be free, or does it have to cost something?
I don't.
Because I would like. I mean,
we could make everybody a moderator and charge them a penny if we had.
No. I meant we could let them join as members, and then we could have.
Scooch over a little.
I can't.
You're way off the camera.
I know. Well, I gotta turn on the AC.
Listen, watch
I'll
us
be right back.
at 2 times speed for a better experience. I don't know where she's going, but let's go ahead. I'm going to go out and go to the first slide. Okay. What? She's turned on the massive studio that we have here. Turn on the. Why couldn't you just get Karen, our producer, to go over there and turn on the air conditioner?
Because Karen doesn't like to come out of her.
She says
her booth.
We don't. She just said to me, we don't pay her enough to go turn on the AC. Karen, she's our liberal producer, and we love her. Let's keep on going on with this show. So we got to go really slow. What we know about Israel's attack on it, Miss Debbie, you've been studying this.
Well, last night Israel did attack military bases inside Iran. It is the first time. That they have done so since the 1980s.
Yeah, and I guess sirens.
Sirens have gone off. It's the first time that sirens have gone off inside Iran since the 1980s.
Well, that's because certain people are in charge around the world, and things are going not good.
Yes.
Like there's more wars and rumors of wars. There's another word we really can't say, but we have to because it's in the news, people. And if they want to shadow ban us, then maybe that's a problem. You know, maybe if this doesn't get out to the masses, it's not good for America. That's not how we are. We speak our minds. And if you only let certain people hear certain things, then it's not America. But just listen to both sides and get it. All right, let's go on. Let's move on.
Zombie says family could really use prayers. Get biopsy results Monday. Supposed to do surgery on Halloween. Pray for good outcomes.
Okay, definitely.
Everybody pray for Zombie.
Everybody.
Everybody.
Sorry to hear that things are, but you're going to come out, or whoever is going to come out, just fine. Prayers for that.
Yes.
Yeah, what else we got here?
And God will always be in charge.
Yeah.
So it will always work out the way in God's plan.
Yeah, it's some reasons it's not the way you expect it to go, but it's for a reason. And hopefully it's a good reason this time.
All right, so Donald Trump tells Joe Rogan the biggest mistake of his pregnancy.
Because men can get pregnant nowadays.
Of his presidency was picking bad, disloyal people. Yeah. So he kind of talked about how he got in there and he didn't know what he had to do to pick people. You know?
He said, unfortunately, you have to pick insiders.
Yes.
Because the outsiders haven't been vetted so good yet, right? Yes. That if you pick somebody, they could be bad people. And you got to pick so many. You got to fill 100 important slots right off the bat. So you have to go with people that have been semi-vetted. Even though they might be good, they might be bad. But he says he's learned a lot, and he's ready to go. He's got a team this time, and he's ready to go because he's experienced. He's ready to pull this off this time.
Yes. All right. So Trump recorded a 3-hour interview with Joe Rogan about the election, Harris and Walz.
Yeah.
So
I'm telling you what, you have to go watch it.
Yes, you do.
Whether you're liberal, conservative, you can watch it if you're liberal. Then please, write in the comments down below the policies that you didn't like that Trump said, and the policies of Kamala that you like. Put them in the comments down below. So far, I've talked to people on Facebook. They put their book long, string about Orange Man bad, right?
Yeah.
And I put, what policies do you like? And then I post like Joe Rogan's podcast, right? I say, can you watch that? And then tell me what policies you don't like. It's silence, people. Silence means everything. They have no answer. They're inside their brainwashed brain or corrupted brain or whatever. They're like going, oh my gosh, he's right. All those policies make perfect sense. I can't argue with that.
Right.
But I hate Orange Man. I just hate him. That's what goes on.
Well,
we'll see how it goes.
I know that one of Kamala's plans is to implement higher taxes on your stocks and bonds and stuff like that. And she wants to tax unrealized gains, which, my ears are ringing.
Again, tax after tax. Now you know how I am with tinnitus all the time.
Yeah.
Like tax after tax, raise tax on the rich. Nothing about lowering taxes.
Right.
Just raising taxes and programs.
Yes.
Not like cut other people's taxes. Raise taxes to make more government programs. And again, on the podcast last night, they're saying, look, if you raise the rich people's taxes that own businesses and stuff, they're going somewhere. They're going to take their businesses overseas.
Yeah.
That's a policy. And that's an answer. Why don't you do that, Mr. Trump? Because they would all leave, he'd say. Then they ask her, well, would these companies maybe leave? And they're like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I was raised a poor black child, is what she'll come back with.
Middle class.
Middle class, not
middle
poor.
class.
I guess she was a little bit better than poor.
She's part of the middle class.
Oh, yeah. She loves the middle class. She's with them. She's one of the people. She lied about the old McDonald's thing. There's no evidence whatsoever that she stepped foot and worked in a McDonald's. Trump did for 15 minutes. Okay. I know that's a political stunt, right?
Yes, it is.
It was a political stunt, not to show that he's a common man.
Right.
He did that to show that she lied. Trump will say, I'm a rich businessman. I worked hard for my money. All right.
It's crazy. Yeah, absolutely, Trish. All right, people lying about who they're voting for in the 2024 election are sharing their reasons why, and it's a very layered issue. So one of the top reasons why Democrats are voting for Harris, or people are voting for Harris, is it's not Trump.
Right. No,
that's their.
I came out with this theory on a long time ago for the people that have been watching Two Old People on a Couch. I said, people have vested themselves into hating, not wanting Trump, right?
Right.
But they know that their lives would be better if Trump was in office. So in person, they go, boy, I hate that guy. And whenever they get in the booth, they go, Trump, because, but they're so worried about losing face. Like, it's like, I've argued with these people so long that Mr. T isn't the right guy and everything, that if I knew that I looked at all the policies and Trump's was better and I voted for him, they could come back and say, see, I told you so, right? So go ahead. Just vote in private.
Yes.
Vote Trump. And nobody will know, And then you can go back to putting, saying that he's a guy from Germany. There you go. Okay.
Yes, absolutely. All right, so CNN poll says battleground state sweep more likely than not. So they're saying, and they're starting to say that it's going to go Trump's way, even though they're saying that it's tied right now. Literally tied. I see a lot of hanging chads coming out here.
There's going to be shenanigans. We all know it.
Yeah.
If you have half a brain, they're going to, that's the only thing they can do. But this one guy stated it perfect. He said that the polls are always a margin of error, like 6% swayed to, it used to be Obama, Hillary, everybody, they went back to the back, and it was always 6% higher for the other opponent against them. And the same with the elections with Mr. T. Right. So they said, look, if Kamala's winning by 1, she's losing by 5.
Oh my!
According to the statistics of polling. Yeah. And this is like, they studied this.
Right.
So I think it's going to be way more than that. I think, after Kamala has shown her face, everybody's going to start. Majority of the people have figured it out now.
Right.
And are going to vote for Mr. T. I think it's going to be hard for them to do the shenanigans with the people picking process.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Boy, and you can't talk about that because we're not allowed free speech in America.
Right. Biden stumbles through event, refers to former Representative Gifford as in past tense. Nothing wrong with me.
Well, she was very nice. Well, she's still alive.
She's still alive. She is. She is the woman that got DPU'd in Arizona at a rally.
Is it? Gabbard?
Yeah.
Oh,
Gifford.
Gifford.
The lady.
It's not Gabbard. The other Tulsi Gabbard.
No.
Okay. Because Tulsi Gabbard switched parties the other day.
Oh no.
Tulsi.
Gifford.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he was in Arizona, right?
Okay.
Talking, right?
All
and
right.
He referred to.
Don't listen to me.
Yeah, don't listen to him.
I've been driving all night long just to get home to do the show with you.
She's a sweet lady. She's a very sweet lady.
All right. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Just remember, everybody, that I know it's sharp as a tack, and the Mockingbird media had you believing that up until they actually listened to him. And then all of a sudden, people found out, like, whoa, this guy is losing it, right? And then they told you, boy, everybody loves Kamala, right?
Right.
Even though she couldn't win before. Just remember all this. Start coming out of your brainwashed brain and saying, what is going on around here? And just listen to policy.
It's weird how she's their candidate now when nobody wanted her.
Oh, talk about
when she was running in the
election interference.
Yeah.
Biden was your guy. You picked him.
Right. Absolutely.
And then they said, well, you got to go, right?
Right.
So who is doing the shenanigans?
Right.
Who is going against the people's wishes?
Right.
Which side? Use your common sense. This is a no-brainer, people. But they're going to use scare tactics. We're down to what, 10 days, 11 days, whatever. It's
getting close.
It's going to be Orange Man bad 2 weeks. People are going to come out of the closet and that haven't talked for 30 years. Generals, everybody that had no problem with it and couldn't have said right away, like, oh my gosh, this is bad, right? We need to get rid of him. They're going to hold it back to right before the election and then just let it all out, because that's how the Mockingbird, some like Atlantic Journal or somebody will have no basis whatsoever. Just hearsay from hearsay from hearsay. Run with the story. They put it out there. Then CNN and MSNBC follow next to say, hey, look what they said. Because they would never say it because it's not true. But they can say it now that somebody said it.
Yes.
And they want everybody that doesn't do the research to think it's true. There you go.
Yeah,
That's
I
how
want
it
to talk
works.
about this. Neil just said Hollywood production, okay? Last Saturday, Sunday, anyway, I was watching football, and they're doing the pre-show, right? And they're in the studio. And they hologram somebody that's out in the field into the studio with them. Man, it looks like he's there.
Gosh,
At first, he didn't move his feet at all for a long time, and I thought, ooh, they can't move their feet, right? But then he moved his feet. So, but he could move his hands and everything.
Yeah,
and
because it's hard to tell they're on the floor.
Yeah, well, it looked real. It looked real. It was scary. It was scary. So you can, like, have somebody anywhere and just hologram them into
and make it look.
They
like say it's really good now.
Yeah,
and like they can like scare the crap out of people, and like they might have maybe tested these things in a at a mall with the the alien thing, and people were like freaking out and panicking, like we saw an alien, right? That's because they did. They saw an alien, and then the CIA and I were like, man, that worked really good, man.
Yeah.
We had like 800 cops come here.
Right. Yeah.
Causing chaos with just a little tiny, hologram. There you go.
Yeah. Anyway,
All right.
Right.
All right.
Yeah,
Sorry if I interrupted you there.
Well, anyway, I found that fascinating.
That's our all right guy.
Look. Because remember how odd the inauguration was of Biden?
Yeah.
I mean, it was odd. There was no people there.
Yeah. No, I'm
out in the.
Listen,
or,
they've already proven that.
Yeah.
They'll green screen like back behind and then make it look like thousands of people. Now, I heard from a very reliable source that Kamala was not going to any more rallies. They pulled her off. They said, nope, they got her out. And so far, she hasn't.
She hasn't?
No, Obama. And now they got
Biden, I guess.
Yeah. Now they got. Here's the people you surround yourself with. Again, we're just two old people on the couch. I'm using common sense, right? You're surrounding yourself with Beyonce, which, look at her videos, right? Eminem, look at her videos. These aren't godly people. You know?
They're not. Well,
listen,
we can talk about that.
Hold on, let me finish my. just look at what they have to do to get people to come to these rallies, right?
Mm-hmm.
They throw a concert, a free concert.
A free concert.
It's a no-brainer. That's why they do it. And they surround themselves with their people. I'm going to say it right. They surround themselves with their people. And like Trump, he starts with Lee Greenwood. You know, it's like, you know, he's talking about, you know, singing about God and country, right? You know, again, you keep on saying my guy's evil.
Right.
Yet you're picking people that have just heinous lyrics about doing crazy things with women and satanic, you know, dressing up while they do their videos.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I'm supposed to sit there and think that guy's bad? Okay.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You're losing. You're losing me on that, you know.
That part. So,
but I
had something else.
Probably shake their butt real good, you know, for the audience and stuff.
Go back out to us, guys.
All right.
I had something really important to say. I can't remember.
Oh my gosh!
What it is.
Please get it back into your brain. It happens to me all the time.
I can't remember what it was now.
You want to give it a second, or you want to move on? Watch us at 2 times speed.
Move on. Move
on.
I can't. It was important.
I know.
It was important.
And then I said one more thing, and it threw you off.
It did. It did.
All right.
It really
Trump
did.
will
use his Madison Square Garden rally to deliver his closing argument. Harris broke America.
Now, why did you emphasize will so much?
Because I thought it said will he use, but it's saying he will use.
Well, just read it.
Well,
I'm just
apparently
teasing.
the first time I read it,
I read
it
like
wrong.
Trump.
Yeah.
Will. Then you went back and said it again. I was like,
yes, I know.
I was like,
I know.
Wow, that must be very important.
I thought it was.
Okay.
So when is that rally? Anybody know when
I don't
that
know,
rally
but
is?
You know what
It's got to be coming up fast.
You know what the Hillary is saying about?
I have a bad feeling.
Listen
about
to
that
me.
Rally.
Did you hear what Hillary said about that rally?
What?
He's trying to redo, like everybody's had rallies in that Madison Square Garden, right?
Yeah.
Well, I guess the Communist parties had a rally in their back before the war.
Yeah.
She's like, he's recreating the.
Oh my.
You know, they're so desperate. Orange Man bad. Orange Man bad. It's like, no, he's having a rally and they're fun. What event did I do I've done 2 Trump rallies and they're fun. Everybody's happy, you know. I think it's funny because some of the media people are like, oh my gosh, I'm so scared. They hate the media, right?
Yeah.
They just go boo and they boo at you, right? You know, everything. And I have to show these people by walking around and saying, hey, how's it? Like, I'm media, right? I'm walking around, hey, how's it going? Everybody goes, hi. You know, they're just nice people, you know.
Yeah.
They're brainwashed to go around thinking that
it's really bad.
It's bad. And I'm like, do I have to go around and prove to you that? I had one lady come up to the truck and just say, boy, you know,
tell the truth.
What are you? Yeah. What, you know, who are you? Because we're independent. We're nobody. And I told her that we're independent. You know, we're not CNN or anybody else. We're just a satellite truck, right?
Right.
And she goes, well, you just keep it real. And I said, yes, ma'am, you know. And then she walked away. Everybody was civil, you know.
Well, what did you say?
What's scary about
about that you should have had?
I don't know. It was
you should have a magnet to put on the side of the
two old people on a couch
on the side of the satellite truck.
Yeah.
While he's at the
I could
rallies.
advertise. I probably wouldn't go over well with the boss, but
no,
you know,
it probably
I could.
Wouldn't.
But listen to me, and it's a little 5-foot lady, and people are, like, one person was like, "Oh wait, you're not supposed to be here," being rude, right? Maybe that's why they don't like you, right? And I was like, "Listen, calm down. She's just asking a question. She's a sweet old lady."
Yeah.
And then the policewoman came over and goes, you know, what's going, you know, because he was waving her over. He's like, what's going on? I said, I think he's afraid of a 5-foot old lady, you know. I was like, and she smiled and laughed, and she goes, okay. I was like, there's no problem. You know, she's being a sweet, and she was just telling us. I didn't have to explain it to her. I think she knew right away, like, okay, they're just, I don't know. It was a weird experience, but.
And too bad you didn't have to do a Kamala rally while you're out there, so you could see the difference.
And the very nice
if there is a
policewoman subscribed to our channel, so I don't know if she'll catch it live. She might come back and watch the replay. I want to say Hi, I enjoyed talking with you the other day.
Yeah.
All right, what else we got, Debbie?
Yeah, let's see. Okay, Harris and Trump are tied in the polls. 2 weeks to go. Here's how to make sense of the numbers. Anyway, I don't know how to make sense of the numbers because I just,
Listen,
I mean, either it is that we are so split down the middle, right? That we're just that split, and that might be the end of that, right?
Listen, I'll explain it all to you.
Okay, you explain it all to me.
If they want to do shenanigans with the people picking process, they have to convince the people that the other candidate has a shot to win, right? Therefore, whenever they win, you're like, well, the poll said that person was going to win, and they won. So with the people picking process, those polls are set up for shenanigans. It's all by design. Because if you go around and you look at signage or you ask people who they're voting for, I don't care if you go into, and they did that at a convenience store, like in inner city convenience store. They're asking just regular Joe people, who are you voting for? The majority of the people in the city said Mr. T.
Yeah.
So I don't believe those polls one bit. And, don't ask me, just try to find these, videos of people asking people who you're voting for. And he's winning. Even in the middle of big urban cities that are huge Democrats, they're going with Mr. T. Because he got policy. He says he wants to make it better for you.
Well, there's no way that people think the economy is good right now with inflation being what it is.
Just believe that's
everybody I know is working 2 jobs.
Oh my gosh! Why am I? How many states have I been in?
Oh my gosh!
In the last
you've been
2
everywhere.
weeks.
You've been everywhere.
Oh my God.
He's been in Texas. He's been in Nevada.
He's been Wyoming,
in Colorado, Utah,
Tennessee, freaking Arkansas, Missouri. No, not Missouri yet.
No. Arkansas, Tennessee.
Oh my gosh, North Carolina, Virginia.
Yeah, he's been all over.
I got sat truck eyes. If I look tired, it's because I
drove 1,000 miles to get home.
Yeah, after working.
But got your van. You're in your territory.
I can start van life now.
You can start van life now.
And I've got the best TV reception of all van lifers. That's what I might start a little funny, sidekick, van life, even though I don't live in the thing. But it'll be funny. All right. Yeah. Let's not bore the people.
Okay.
Let's not bore the people, Miss Debbie. All right.
You're fine. Okay. Harris calls
Harris calls allegations that Trump praised a Hitler, I said the word, incredibly dangerous, says he wants unchecked power. Yeah, listen, just go. He was in office. He stepped down. He said there was shenanigans. He still stepped down.
Right.
And he walked by. And that whole Jay throwing a couple more words 6 thing, there was agitators in the crowd. They didn't accept any of the National Guard to protect the place, all that stuff, and nothing really happened to the Capitol. People walked through it, and actually a lot of the people in there were protecting the things in there because it's their capital. They wanted to make sure no shenanigans went on. So it lasted 2 hours. They didn't overtake it. They all were asked to leave. They left. Blah blah blah. Whatever you want to think.
Yeah.
These people are desperate. These are moves and rhetoric from very, very. They don't talk about policy ever. They only have orange man bad.
Right. Absolutely. Okay. Harris breaks silence about GOP leaders saying anti-Trump rhetoric risks inviting another assassination.
I mean, you start saying, this guy has to go, or you're gonna
at any cost, at all costs.
At all costs, he cannot regain the presidency, or oh my gosh, it's going to be horrible. They're suggesting to all the lunatics out there, they have to stand up and do something about it. That's not an American way.
Right.
Okay. But
absolutely.
Let's just vote. Let's just vote, and if we vote him in, we all have done our research, and we want him in there because we think he's going to do the best for us.
Right.
And that's the way it is. I'm sorry, Hillary, if you don't like him and the American people pick him, well, that's the American way, and we like him. So quit trying to get my guy, before he even has a chance to get in there, because they know that they're going to pick him. They know he's won this thing. And they've got nothing else. They're in desperation mode.
Yeah.
Prepare for the most craziest last 10 days ahead of us.
I don't know. It could go
and then
smoothly,
once he wins, or
it might not. They're gonna. I think if he does win, they will arrest him. Maybe that's the calm way that they're gonna do it. Because
listen,
I feel like anyway.
He's crushing it. And after that
interview, other things that I think might go on are way more sinister than that.
Listen, he crushed it last night. On if as many people watched that, show last night that were on the fence, which there's not too many people. You're either this or that by now. But for anybody that was kind of on the fence or like brainwashed, you might have watched that interview last night and went, man, I've been hearing so much bad stuff about that guy. But that talk with Joe Rogan was very civil and he's a smart guy. Like maybe wait a second. You mean if we tariff, like Saudi the people don't have to work in Saudi. I'm trying to tell you this because of the oil revenue. The king ain't dumb. He gives everybody a salary off the oil revenue. So you can work if you want to and make more money in Saudi, but everybody lives comfortable without even lifting a finger because they take the money from the oil and they give it to the people, a percentage of it. Now, of course, does the king live fat and high on? Yeah.
Yes.
But he wants to keep that. So he's got to keep all his people happy. Give them money,
Right.
So Trump says the same thing. In the 1800s, USA had more money than we could even think about what to spend on.
Right.
What happened since that, from back then to there? He said, all we got to do is we got so many resources in USA that we can sell it, give the people all a paycheck, from the tariffs, and we should be fat rich in America with all the resources we have.
Right.
And I was like, well, there's a policy I could get behind, right? And it's a working policy that is proven. Go look at Saudi, research it. Don't listen to me. They all get a paycheck. It's just ridiculous. And now they're saying that he's a bad guy because he wants to tariff and keep jobs here. I mean, they got nothing because they're either what, stupid or they're corrupt. One of the two. And I don't think they're stupid. I think they're corrupt.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the jobs that are still here in America are just like food industry, retail. Yeah. We don't produce anything.
Yeah. The steel is all gone.
Yeah, we don't produce anything.
Oil's all gone again. But
so
we were the number one.
Jobs.
4 years ago, we were the number one producer of oil. And cars are all gone overseas. But Mr. T says that ain't gonna happen, man. He's gonna tariff the heck out of any other car made anywhere else.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna have to pay tax on an American car. He's gonna cut the sales tax for American cars, but keep the tariff and the sales tax on the foreign cars.
Right.
Well, that's gonna make people go, "Ooh, American car. I might like that Toyota, but the American car, it might not last as long, maybe, but it's like half the cost. I'm going with the American car." Yeah. And then we're going to all start prospering.
Right.
It's all common sense, people, if you just use your common sense brain. Now, some people don't have common sense, but
I think it'll be to us. We're through the news.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
It was short today.
Are we going to get this?
Yeah, we can get the phone.
All right, you keep talking.
Just to see if
we're right at a half hour.
Yeah. So in the comments, anything you guys want to talk about or elaborate on or get into or whatever today. So, yeah. Oh, cool, Linda. She says their Jeep plant reopened. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
We need more businesses and industry here in America. Otherwise, we're just working at fast food and Walmart, I mean, that's just the nuts and bolts of it, right? And we need more stuff.
Okay, we got the old Islamorada, Florida, Robbie's Marina. Mm-hmm. Everybody, if you're in the Florida Keys, go check them out.
Yeah.
They're not, I don't know them, but they seem like they have a nice marina. So go check them out. We just show this, so if you're bored of two old people, you can watch people feed fish.
You can watch people feed fish while you listen to us ramble.
Yeah, it's good. It's pretty good.
So if you want to call in and talk to us, you can do that at 405-373-6190. I don't think I ever have said the phone number out loud on our
And
show.
again, I got to show the old MT Homestead mug. You know, I got a free mug. I got to promote the channel that gives me free product. And MT Homestead, great people. Go check them out. Sergeant Talk TV, go check them out.
They might, Thomas. I think maybe I've heard that before. Not for sure. If the people in Alaska get a check every year off the oil pipeline.
Yeah.
Not for sure.
People are like, man, Mark looks rough. Again, like I say, I call it sat truck eyes because I drive a satellite truck.
Yeah.
And we work the most craziest hours, long days, driving. And so you start getting bloodshot eyes and you just look like you've aged like 100 years.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm looking older than I usually do, that's
Debbie
why.
wants to know if you ran into a lot of road work detours.
Okay, yeah.
Like everywhere. Well,
Listen,
part of I-40 is shut down.
I'll say it straight, right? Oh, yeah. I had to drive up to Roanoke to drop off a gentleman, which was good because I had to drop down 81 to get to 40 because 40's close. So it wasn't really a detour to take him to the airport because I had to go that direction first.
Right.
But Texas is a mess. People, listen to me. All of I-35 is tore up. The whole thing is back to being
I-35 or 40?
I-35 in Texas.
Oh, in Texas.
I-40 isn't in
okay.
Texas,
I
Miss
understand.
Debbie.
I didn't hear the
They
Texas
wanted to
part.
know, I don't know if it's an overview of everything.
Right. Okay.
But I got to tell you what, Virginia and North Carolina's roads are fabulous.
Are they?
Oh my God, they're all like everywhere I went looked like brand new blacktop pavement. Everything was beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Even Arkansas, that used to be bad, had pretty good roads. I got to tell you what, our Oklahoma roads are a little bit rougher.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And poor Texas, it just is nothing but a huge construction zone. It takes you, should only take you 8 hours to get to San Antonio. It takes you 10. By the time you go through, Fort Worth, by the time you go through Austin, Waco, Tyler, then in between all that and in all that is road construction. It's terrible out there.
Yeah.
But there you go.
Yeah.
But, kudos to Virginia and North Carolina, man. Your roads are
that's close.
Glass, smooth, man. They're good.
in D.C., so maybe that's...
I don't know what's going on. But whatever they're doing, every state should implement because they were nice.
Yeah. So, anyway.
Homestead Rewind says, I-45 is terrible highway to be on. Yeah, some of those highways will jolt your kidneys.
Who is calling you?
Let me just take this for a second.
Okay.
Hey, Justin, say hi to everybody watching Two Old People on the Couch. Justin says hi.
Okay.
Is
It's
it
a work
important,
call.
Justin?
The work call.
Okay, give me a couple minutes and I will call you back, sir, okay? All right, you too. That's one of my good co-workers. He might... No, it's not important.
Okay.
I think he's driving back from a job. I don't think he has a job with the same thing. He's just gonna... He had the Suburban, so...
Yeah. Zombie says that Tennessee is pretty bad in parts of I-40. On parts of I-40.
Oh, yeah?
So...
Yeah. Is it?
That's what she says.
All right.
Probably not as bad as Oklahoma.
Not as bad. Maybe that's why I was like...
In comparison.
I was getting tired by Tennessee, too. I got through Nashville and everything, and she might be right. She's probably right.
Mm-hmm.
And I just didn't really... It was nighttime, and I was just trying to get home.
Yes.
So, but it didn't... During the daytime, I just saw smooth as glass roads. This is boring. Let's get on to another subject other than roads.
Okay, well, you give me a subject. Tell me a subject.
I'm just teasing.
It's all right.
Like people,
somebody was interested in that.
Yeah,
I
well,
wanted to know.
It's true.
Infrastructure was doing.
Texas is a wreck.
We can make it more exciting. We can use the word infrastructure instead of roads.
I'll give Texas a break that everybody's moving to Texas, right?
Uh-huh.
So they have an overpopulation in certain regions.
So they need to expand roads.
So
Austin,
even though
horrible.
they just expanded, and I had to deal with all the construction and they finally got it done.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went off the road for 4 years. Well, guess what? All that expansion is being expanded on again. And it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Justin's probably driving on it right now because he was
down
there.
Yeah, because he was down there in that area.
All right, we got a call. Stand by.
Thank goodness. Somebody to give us something to
save
talk
us.
About. Save us this. Oh, James Hall.
Oh, I got to hit the button. Stand by, James. Stand by, James. Good morning, James.
His audio on.
Yeah, let me check to make sure we have your audio on before we go any further. Stand by. Oh, nope. Okay, everybody can hear you now, James.
All right. Hey, everybody. It's James Hall, y'all. I saw a couple of things over the last week that kind of concerned me. I was watching a couple of different outlets. One said that there was a lady with a coffee shirt who was denied her right to vote over the last week here in Texas. It said, "Let's make let's make coffee awake again." And I was like, okay.
And they wouldn't let her vote?
Denied letting her vote.
That doesn't make any sense at all that they wouldn't let her vote.
No.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I thought too. And then there was a voting place here in North Texas that the person went and they did their ballot and all that, and then the next thing they did their printout and it voted for someone else.
Yes, I saw that too.
Did you see that?
Yes, I did. And not just one person came out of there. A couple people came out, said, I checked my ballot that it printed out, and it was the other person, and they were not happy, And of course, everybody's like, you're just, yeah, we'll see. I think they're going to keep an eye on it this time a lot.
That's interesting that you guys get proof of who you voted for. We in Oklahoma, we don't get proof of who we vote for.
I know it's not. We need. Well, they said it on Joe Rogan's podcast last night. They need to just go back to paper. It'll be done overnight. They'll be able to tally them all. They'll know for sure, and they'll have backup proof. Got to get rid of the mail-ins and the. The drop boxes and all that stuff.
Yeah.
One of the things that I was thinking about is that with everybody doing early voting, doesn't that make it easier for them to know how many votes that they need to beat the system?
That's one of the theories. Then another theory is they figure they'll do the orange man bad, like they'll come out with fake and try to sway the vote the other way. So if people vote early, then whenever they start these shenanigans in the last 2 weeks, people have already voted. So it'll be good for Mr. T, is the other theory. That's why if you see Mr. T saying, get out and vote now, that's why they're doing it, because they know that in the last 2 weeks, they're going to just start lying like crazy.
And the other thing was that you guys that I didn't hear you bring up in the news was they've now given the military power to be able to exterminate American citizens.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. No, we didn't.
And Mr. T didn't do that. Yeah. They did it.
No, they did it.
And everything they do, they project that, Mr. T is doing.
Right.
And so they and it's a known tactic that they've used over the centuries is if you don't want the eye on you for what you're doing, you always just project it on the other person. And that's their tactic right now is they say that he's bad, yet they are the ones making the policies that are exactly what they're saying he's going to do. They are doing right now as we speak. Go do your own research. Don't believe me or James. Go look at it.
Absolutely. Well, y'all, a few points that I wanted to bring up. Y'all have a wonderful and blessed afternoon.
And you sorry we didn't see you down at the Pinecone Fest, man. We were
hate that we missed it.
Y'all were definitely missed. I'll tell you that much for sure.
Oh, good.
Well, I was thinking about you because we always see you, and I was like, oh man, I'm gonna miss seeing all the people at the meetups. And
Yeah.
Well, everybody was saying how much they missed y'all being there. So
oh,
yeah.
that's good to hear. I'm glad. I mean, it's not. Unfortunately, for the next probably 2 to 3 years, I'm gonna have to be a road pig because of this inflation, and just go back to grinding it out and making good money. I'm sorry, I missed you guys.
Just so everybody knows, went to the doctor yesterday, and they did a pre-op appointment for me. Waiting on approval for surgery. Don't know when it'll be yet, but just wanted to let everybody know.
Okay.
Oh, James,
Prayers for you.
prayers are definitely out there for you, James.
Thank you much. Appreciate y'all. Have a blessed day.
Oh,
okay,
God bless you too.
Thank you for calling.
Dude, we got the salt of the we got the best subscribers on the planet. Just the nicest people on the planet.
Yeah.
I can't stress it.
Yeah,
but,
it's a great community that we have
and
here.
Ridge Life was talking about that the other day. He's like, you have friends, right?
Right.
And you have YouTube friends, right? We have a lot of YouTube friends that we don't know we know James because we've seen him in person and talked to him a lot. So we're more friend. So I categorize it, like I knew where Ridge Life was going with this. You have friends. You have YouTube friends. Like, we're all friends. And then you have YouTube friends that are good friends, like me and Ken. We talk to each other all the time. I get it, Ridge Life. Tim, hold on.
Call from Homestead Rewind. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Speaking of some of the best subscribers on the planet, how are you today?
I'm doing good. Listen, I had to call in. I guess I must have typed too much in the chat because it won't let me put any more comments in the chat. So I didn't ghost everybody. It just won't let me.
Well, listen, maybe
I said I'm just gonna call in.
Listen, this has happened to me before. Like, I wanted to click on a channel just to see who they were, right? Mm-hmm. And I accidentally timed them out at one time. Not. I didn't do it here. I'm not touching no buttons. But sometimes somebody might have just timed you out by sheer accident.
Yeah. Well,
and I don't even know how that works.
What's that?
I was wanting to make the point because we were kind of discussing about Missouri voting, how we do it in Missouri.
Oh, man.
And I wanted to say to Trish that, I live in a county that I trust my election officials, and I cannot imagine living somewhere like in a city where you just don't know what people are doing. I'd lose my mind.
No, it's not right. They're making laws in California where you can't look at, they banning ID.
Is that crazy? Is that how can this happen in our country? How can that happen?
Well, look at the state that California is in now, and these people can't be winning. That's all I'm saying. Is they have to, cheat in the people picking process. See, I can't even say it. That might be why you're not being shown up there, because you gotta say people picking process, or else you get banned from YouTube.
YouTube may have.
Yeah.
If you said something about the people
being
picking,
stolen.
Yeah.
Yeah, they.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
yes.
they'll.
Okay.
You're not allowed to tell.
What happened then.
You don't have free speech anymore either, D. So
sad. It's so sad.
So just say people picking process while you're arguing with or trying to make a point with people on YouTube, because that's the only way you can do it.
Neil, it's D with Homestead Rewind.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I just went straight into saying one of our best, and we love our subscribers.
Thank you guys. I love you guys. I've got, I'm still trying to get up my, I don't know what you call it, but I'm thinking about doing my first video in 2 years.
Oh, wow.
Good.
I've just been so busy, trying to get prepared in my little cabin that I redid. And I think I'm going to do a video on how to crack walnuts.
Oh, good.
The
Listen,
easy way.
do whatever you love to do. And you know what? We say we're antiviral. We have a small little smidge, a sliver of people that watch us. And it's just fun.
Me too.
Just have some
and
fun
I like
with it.
I like it that way. Most of my YouTube reasoning is to document for my kids. I would give anything to have videos or some kind of recordings or something from my grandmother and my great grandmother, just to remind me how they did it the old way.
And You're exactly correct. And I say that's why I do this show, because whenever America is falling, we're going to help save America or it's going to fall apart. But at least people will say, man, I remember that guy telling me it was going to fall apart if we didn't change, right? And just document what, what I feel is going on out there in the world.
Right. Thank goodness for all of these live streamer YouTubes
that
are going to the boots on the ground, and you can see with your own two eyes what's going on, because nothing like it is being put in the mainstream.
Oh my God.
Nothing like what is really going on.
The jazz at those rallies is just over the top. It's just amazing what's going on, and you won't see anybody reporting on that except for the main, the independent streamers. Did you watch that interview last night with Joe Rogan?
I have been watching parts of it. I had an appointment last night, and so I've been watching parts of it today. It looks like he has rocked that interview. It looks like he's done a really good job.
I think he already has won the election. That's just my personal opinion. But I think that interview last night threw it over the top, because Joe Rogan's a very smart guy, and he knows what's going on. And he's a Democrat. Too. He's a Democrat. He's probably independent now, but he is not definitely a Republican. And he just asked the questions that all Americans want to hear answered, and Trump answered them.
Yeah, too bad he can't ask those same questions to Harris.
Well, she said, well, I'm going to be on it too, because she got he's going on, so I'm going on too. And then so he said, okay. And then she backed out because she knows she can't answer the questions he's asking. She has nothing.
Nope. Yep, you're right. Well, I'll give somebody else a chance to call in. It's good talking to you.
2 calls. We're on a record
roll today. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Let's make a record. Somebody else call in. Let's make a record.
And you got to throw oh crap, a Nosy Rosie in your video.
Oh, I will. She's still nosy and rosy.
All right, good. I was hoping Nosy Rosie was still alive too. I was like, maybe Nosy Rosie isn't still with us. But yes, good. All right.
Bouncing around.
All
right. Love you guys. We'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Bye.
Looking forward to it.
Aw, 2 calls.
Yeah, that's great.
I mean,
I love it.
Oh my gosh, we got to
get.
I'm getting so mad that I have to miss these YouTube meetups. But
yeah, I know.
Hopefully,
I know. Well, I'm hoping to make the ones in the spring that are here in the state, because they're here in the state.
Fortunately, it's too hot in the summer for them, but I have better chances in the summertime to make it than I do.
Well, Jan has changed hers up in Missouri.
Oh yeah,
to June.
Oh, I can maybe make that one.
And here's Lone Cowboy, Lone Star.
Call from Ken Star Lone Cowboy.
Ken Star Lone Cowboy. Actually,
press
you have to hit the button.
Oh, I got to hit the button, Ken. Stand by. Actually, everybody, it's Lone Cowboy Adventures, Ken. And like I say, I have YouTube friends, and then I have YouTube friends that are my friends. And Ken is one of them.
Exactly.
We talk almost all day. We have another call coming in. We will hold on. If the person is listening, call back in just a second.
Yeah.
All right.
This won't take long.
Okay, Ken.
It's good to see you and talk to you at the same time.
Yeah.
My question is to you guys: do you guys like video call each other when you're on the road?
No. We just talk to each other.
No.
Well,
we just call each other on the phone.
I know what she looks like.
Yeah, we don't need to do that. We don't need to go there, Ken.
Yeah, Ken, come on now. This is a family show.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes, if I'm stopped, I'll video chat with Miss Linda for a minute, because she's usually looking at her eyelids when I get home. Oh, wow. I just had a hawk fly by.
Oh,
well,
that's fantastic.
Imagine that.
Hold on, wait. All right.
No, I and you know this, Mark. I went down and casted my thing for the people picking process early on Tuesday.
Yep.
And I told you that there was a line outside the door, and when I got in there to sign my name after I showed my identification, which is completely legal,
Yes.
that I have a legal identification.
Yes.
I was born in this country. I am a citizen. I asked the gal, I says, so how many people in our county have actually casted their thing for the people picking process? And she said, when I looked this morning, so far, over 7,000 people. And she said, when we showed up at 7 o'clock, 7:30 this morning, and we opened at 8, they were lined up around the block to the fire station.
Wow.
I wonder I wonder when our early voting comes.
I got to do it.
I'm
going to go down Monday and figure out if I can get that nailed out, because I'm sure I'll be working election day somewhere for sure. Right. Either sports. If I'm not doing sports, I'll be covering somewhere.
Right. Now, some states are different. Am I right? You can't go in early and vote. You can do a mail-in ballot or whatever.
Well,
I don't know.
They do some early.
Every state's different. Yeah.
Early voting. I just think it is like just the week before, like Thursday through Saturday or something.
My question to the people in the chat was, how many of you in the chat have actually casted their ballot for the people picking process early or mailed in their ballot? Because it's going to be pretty crazy.
Listen,
on that day.
It's going to, on that day and the next following month, I think is just going to be out of this world. Whether they win or lose, either side, it's just not going to be pretty. Everybody's
right.
The deep state's going to be really mad if T wins, and the people are going to be like, "There's no way that brain dead lady won." I'm trying to be nice, but she is just as dumb as they get. But
and 2 more points is, you and I have talked about this because we know who is on her campaign trail now, and so that tells us who's been really running the show the last 4 years.
Bingo, and it's all the same cronies, all the way back from Hillary. Hillary, Obama, they all get these rapper dudes, that are demonic as all get out, to push them.
Right.
And it's all the same crowd. It's all the same club. You are 100% correct.
Right. And it's, in my opinion, it's going to be like when Hillary was running. It's going to be the same result, because they always show their person as leading the polls on election day, and then all of a sudden, bam, their eyes are opened up like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
That's my opinion. It's going to be the same thing. People are going to be screaming and crying and all this other jazz, that in the end, it'll be better for the country, when the T wins. So anyway, that's my opinion. So,
our mountain homestead. No.
Yeah.
Our mountain home.
Yeah.
Wiley and Jen said that Oklahoma's early voting is the 30th to the 2nd. So I think I'm in good shape.
Wednesday.
Yeah,
so
I'm
Wednesday
in good shape.
You can vote.
For now, until the phone rings again, I am here.
Yeah.
Right. So anyway, good to see you, Mark.
Yeah. Hey, it's always nice talking. Like I say, Ken is a YouTube friend and a friend. And it's okay to have YouTube friends and also have YouTube friends that are friends that you interact with and, call daily and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
it's totally real.
Tim at Ridge Life nailed it. Don't get your butt hurt. I'll try to do everything I can for everybody, right? But, there's certain friends that, that you hang out with and talk to because you have a lot in common. So it's okay, people. Right. We all can get along with each other and just focus more on one person too. And it's okay. Don't get.
So anyway, that's about all I had for y'all. And heck, you might as well run over the hour if you get another phone call.
Yeah, whoever was trying to call in, Ken's gonna get off. Because we don't want to talk to Ken no more, do we, Debbie?
No,
we don't want to talk to you anymore, Ken. And
well, I have one more tip for you, Mark.
Okay, what's that?
Shave your face.
I know. This is like 2 weeks. No, just a week. Yeah, it's a little over a week, maybe.
That's just a week, Shadow?
Wow. Yeah, no, dude.
Okay.
He didn't get. I picked him up at 11 last night.
I have a rule. I don't shave while I'm on the road. So if I go 4 weeks, I don't shave. So And as soon as I get home, I will shower for you today, Ken, and I will shave. All right.
So that you can video chat later.
Yeah, so we can video. Yeah, I want to look pretty for you on our
go
phone
have
call.
an onion burger after the show.
We will probably.
Right.
We're gonna do something.
All right, we'll talk to y'all later. Say hi.
All right, hi.
Right.
Bye.
Say bye.
Say bye. Say hi.
Say bye. Say
All right.
bye.
All right, get off so the other person can try to get. Okay, we're gonna leave we got 1 minute left.
Yeah.
But we're gonna wait because
About
somebody
5
else
minutes,
tried to
5 or
call
10
in,
minutes.
and we want to give them a little extra chance to get on the phone. And it'll be a record. We're up to 3 calls already today. If we can have one more record call in, then we'll be up to 4 calls. That person's like, oh, they didn't answer my phone call.
Yeah.
No, they probably are still listening. I'd hope they're still
God
listening.
rules.
Try not to be. We can't take 2 calls at once. I wish I could.
Yes, Sid's is great, Julie.
Oh my gosh,
Cook.
Sid's and
Sid's,
we go to Roberts.
We go to Roberts because it's the old school.
It's old school, and we know the guy that owns it.
It's a greasy spoon.
It's really greasy.
It's a greasy spoon.
We take, let's say, if people come in, we might take them to Sid's because it's a little bit more
preppy. And Johnny's has done a lot of
it's looking good. Yeah,
too. They're all about the same.
Sid's, Roberts.
They're all good. It is all good.
All good. I think Roberts is a little bit less expensive.
Yes.
And it gives maybe a smidge bit more portions. Now I'm just guessing.
Yes.
But we love Sid's too, and I love the owner of it's the whole reason why Sid's started and everything, and the whole story behind Sid's is, special. He did it. His dad was going to do it, and he sadly passed away while they were building it. And then the son took over, and probably did it in his dad's honor. And he's just a whale of a nice guy. So here we go. We got a call coming.
Yeah,
this is record-breaking
territory.
Call from
Linda.
What's going on, Linda?
Oh, nothing much. But I thought, well, I'd make it 4 callers for you guys.
Well, thank you so much. What do you got going on this fine Saturday?
Oh, nothing much. But how about some tacos today?
Ooh, tacos
or should we all
Saturday.
go out for fried chicken?
Oh my gosh, now you're making me hungry, Linda.
Or we should just go out for breakfast.
Ooh.
French toast.
Good gosh, she's got good ideas.
And eggs. I know Jesse likes bacon and eggs.
Oh man.
And he likes grits also. So those are some of the thoughts I've got on my mind.
I love your thinking.
A nice big cup of hot cocoa.
Coffee, yeah, cocoa or sitting. Well, it's kind of hot here lately. Here in Oklahoma, it's not. It's like fall time, but we've been having like incredibly good weather here lately.
Yeah, we need some rain.
We need some cooler weather and some rain.
Yeah, bacon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Roberts makes the best breakfast.
That you have on the thing on the screen, those are awesome.
What? I missed what you first said. Say it again.
The fish.
Oh, the fish.
Oh, the fish.
Yeah.
You like the
It's
something to look at while you're listening.
And it's fun watching the people interact, and they're on vacation probably, so they're all having a great time. I just love this. I do too. I was just watching the people, walking on the pier. You got the girls in the summer dresses that are looking good. You got the fish. You got kids that are playing around and everything. It's a good time to watch this, I think.
Yeah, it is.
See, doing the show, I'm not concentrating on it that much. But after I watch the rerun to see what I'm doing, I'm like, oh, I didn't catch that happening on the pier, and I'll catch things later on.
Well, most of the time, I'm waiting towards the very end where you have the fish on.
Oh, good. I'm glad somebody likes my thinking of I'm like, we might be talking about things that people aren't interested in, so at least they're interested in watching the fish.
Yeah, and the people.
And the people.
The politics, yes, I'm interested in that. But after you get so many ballots sent to your house,
yeah.
that you just figure, well, maybe you should just fill it on out and then send it in. But it would be wrong because it's for your husband who's not at the house.
Yeah.
And he's been gone since 1990.
Yeah.
So you turn it over to the authorities.
Right. And you think about it, and that's been probably going on for a long. Like, if they can't get that right, then think about how many things they don't have right and why we need to go in person with an ID to vote. I even say like, good gosh, it's 2024. With our technology, there should be no way to cheat. Yeah, scan your eyeball, a thumb, but put your thumbprint on the ballot too. Like, you check the box and then you put your thumbprint so that they say, well, we don't know if it was or wasn't you, and they go to the ink on your ballot and they verify with your thumb, then they know no cheat. It was you. It was definitely you that went in there and voted. I think we should have so many checks and balances on this. It isn't funny, to make sure it's legit.
Right. But then that's like over in Iran and Iraq and Saudi, where they do it that way. And they've been doing it for some odd years now.
Yeah.
For balloting in order to cast a ballot. But back in the 60s, my mom was a judge on a ballot thingamajigger, and she knew pretty much everybody in the city. And the people would come in, and she would know them by their face and names.
Yeah.
So that's how I think we should all go back.
I think so
to
too.
the
Paper.
time.
That's how ours is.
Yeah, paper ballot, and the people that are working there are truly good people too. That are they might have lean one way or another, but they're more worried about making sure it's legit. People used to care about retaining American values, and half of that is a free and fair election. And the people working there in some counties are very, very, they take that job super serious and want to make sure they want to make sure everything is precise.
That one time in 1960s, my mom didn't come back home for 2 days after the voting because they had to recount just in that one group of people. And she had to recount them, and then recount them, and then recount them a third time.
Yeah.
And when it comes down to that they only get a small amount of money, and it's well worth it.
Yeah, they're doing it more for the cause than the money, probably.
Yeah. So that is what we need more nowadays than anything else.
And like you say, it should be down to the local level, too. And here's where I think the founding fathers messed up. Like, they have the electoral college, so the city people and congested states don't get to vote in the president all the time, right? They kind of broke it up so each state gets a vote. I think they screwed up. They need to go to county level. Everybody votes in a county, and every county across America gets one vote.
Definitely.
And then That way, every, area of America pulls the same weight as every other area in America. Is they went state level, they should have gone county level, and every county gets one vote.
Definitely.
See, I sometimes I come up with some good ideas.
You don't have a bad brain, Mark.
Oh, well, thank you.
You've got a very good brain.
Remember that, Miss Debbie.
Also.
Yeah, I married a very sharp and smart woman that I can have debates and talks with, and she's a wonderful lady.
Oh.
Well, you guys have a very blessed weekend.
You too.
You have a good one. And man, go out and eat some of that good food now. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go out
we
to eat
haven't
today.
Had breakfast yet.
Go out fishing.
Yeah. I'm trying to get Debbie to camp with me tonight, but she's having nothing of it. She's like, I worked all week long. I'm tired. I'm like, I know I'm tired too, but I got to get out and do something. But so I'll probably go while she's at work or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Do some more of your solar stuff.
I'm
Mark.
trying. I'm working hard now.
He's
Okay,
been gone
listen.
for the last week, so he needs to get some videos out.
Okay, I know.
And solar panels can go on the side of your windows.
They can go everywhere. Yeah, that's right. You said that before, and yeah, you can put she has them everywhere. Like just as you can use them. Like I say, I'm coming out with a video. I got my first request to do something. Somebody asked me if one of my MPPT chargers will charge up in voltage. So you only have an 18-volt panel charging a 24-volt battery. Will it do the upscale voltage? I think it will. If it's true MPPT and everything, it should. But I got my first request. Can you prove that it does it before I buy it? And I said, yes, I will. So look for that video coming out here in the next day or two. I will set up the scenario and give them good feedback, whether A, it worked, or B, it didn't. There you go. Thank you for asking.
Well, maybe you could hold on for another few minutes and maybe the fifth caller can call in.
We are already 12 minutes over, so we're going to...
I know, but hey...
I know.
You got the fish going for you.
We got the fish going.
Well, you probably could find this on the, just look up Islam Marab or Key West cameras. And it's up on YouTube. So if you find it, you can watch it all day long. Put it up there on the screen as just like your fish tank.
I've been down to Key West, and I'll tell you, it's fantastic.
Oh, my gosh. I got to get down there. My boss has a place down there, and he hasn't invited me yet. But maybe one day he'll be like, you know what? He wants to keep me on the road making money, so he's never gonna let me go.
You'll do it.
Yeah, one day.
Take care.
All right,
you
take
too.
it easy.
Have a great weekend.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, that was a record-breaking call day.
It was
today.
a record-breaking call day.
Thanks, everybody. Everybody get out and vote and do your own research.
Are we ready to get out of here?
Be prepared. Just remember, let's say it again because it's very important in the last 10 days. You have to do your own research and be prepared because
anything could happen.
You're going to hear so many lies and lies upon, like, how they say there's going to be, wars, rumors of wars.
Mm-hmm. There's going to be lies and
rumors and lies.
Yeah.
And so you have to fact check yourself.
Right.
Okay, let's get out of here.
So until next time, remember, do your own research and be prepared.
Throw in a couple more words, look at a couple more fish,